What's going on, guys? So it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I have another one for you today. So I did take a little bit of a break, as I said in the last video. I was just kind of taking some time off. I was showing a lot of signs of like burnout. Like I don't know. I've been doing this for maybe 6 or 8 months now, and not really taking any breaks at all. And my free time, typically like 24/7, I'm either thinking about trading or watching videos on trading, or I'm up late until 2 in the morning like watching videos. It wasn't very healthy. And eventually it kind of caught up with me, and I started feeling like shit all the time. I was not sleeping well, I wasn't feeling well, and therefore, I started not trading very well. So I think that contributed to a lot of the losses at the end of the month last month, if you guys remember watching. And kind of just it's almost like I've lost the passion for trading. Like I don't, all right, it's starting to come back, but before I just kind of felt like I don't really care about trading. Like I'm not excited to wake up anymore. It's more of like I expect to lose, and I'm not as like confident in my strategy and all the stuff I was talking about in that video before. Even like with YouTube, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do YouTube. Whereas now that I'm a little more clear-minded, I know that, like, of course I enjoy it. I like doing it. I just needed a bit of a break. So I told myself that I'm not going to trade for a full week. So I didn't trade in my live account today. I traded in the simulator. You can see here it says simulated trading. I'm not trying to trick anyone or anything, but there was some good lessons and a good trade. Two trades actually to learn from that I took today, and I think will be really useful to you guys. So I have something on the barbecue right now, so I'm going to try and do this in one edit. I'm not going to screw up once. I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to go back outside. So what was it? So okay, so my live account is still funded. It still has money in it and stuff. Like I'm able to trade in it. It's just I told myself I would take this time to sleep well. I've been sleeping 9 hours at least per night. I've been going outside a lot. I've been going to the gym. I've been doing all this other stuff that I was kind of slacking on before because I was just like trading, trading, trading. That's all that matters. And that's not all that matters. So anyways, we'll start with what happened today on CTXR, because what happened I think is really useful to the viewers, and it gives me a chance to kind of upload a video. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, simulated trading. This is not my live account, but since my live account is still funded, of course, and still has money, I still get the live data feed. So the level 2 quotes, the time and sales, all of it is live, and you can trade as if it was live. So it feels exactly like live trading does, minus some of the emotions, but I don't really feel a difference in the emotions if I'm using the same size, if not less. So I only traded 500 shares today, and I quickly added to 1,500 and then sold back down to 500. So there was really not that much stress today. I took like a $360,000 position on Tesla on a short here that I was planning on holding longer than I did, and that would have ended up making me $10,000 on the 1,000 share position that I took. But instead I just scalped it for a quick 571. I don't know if anyone cares about that. If you do, I can show it in a video maybe tomorrow or the next day or whenever I upload another video. But the important ones today were KBSF and CTXR. So KBSF, I took pre-market here. There it is. I was waiting for the break here. Okay, so it broke out here through around 840. And then, so it broke out in this area after consolidation, and it came back down for a dip. So what I was looking for is a dip sort of buy on support for a move back towards $9. So I got in with an average here of 839 with 1,000 shares, and I was risking around 10 cents or so, maybe 15 towards 820, maybe around 20 cents, and I was looking to gain around 60, maybe 40 cents. So my risk to reward was anywhere between 2 to 1 to like 5 or 6 to 1, depending on exactly where the risk was. My risk actually ended up only being, I think I sold out at 4 cents. So again, it's all kind of just predetermined in your head. So I said to myself, an awesome risk to reward ratio on a stock that is shooting up and the one that's probably in play, and we have room here from 847 up to 879. So I know that that's some pretty big resistance right there, but I thought I could get a quick jump up towards 870, maybe a break towards high of day, and I would sell. So that would be maybe a 50-cent gain or so, and again, I'm risking maybe 10 cents or so, to maybe 15. So really good risk to reward ratio. So if I was right, I would do well. If I was wrong, I'll just take the loss. So I started to see some weakness here. All of these bids that were popping up would usually push the stock higher, but it wasn't moving past 850. It just kept getting sold into. All these bids kept getting sold into. You can see here the one at 840 is getting sold into. Right there, and then I told myself, okay, if it falls through 35, I'm just gonna sell out and I'm gonna take the loss. So with the simulator, orders only go through if real life orders go through. So as 835 was breaking right here, I put my shares out, and since 500 shares went through on the actual time and sales, it filled me for 500 shares. That's how it works. So it's actually really accurate in getting you fills and all that stuff. So that was good. And then as more shares go through, the last of them got filled at 832. So I took a very tiny loss on 1,000 shares. That's around 4 cents, maybe 3.5 cents with commissions. So that was a good loss. So I am going to have to edit this video because someone just came to the door and was delivering a bunch of stuff that I ordered from Amazon. It's funny though, because one of the things is Mark Douglas's Trading in the Zone. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this. You probably have. It's apparently one of the best books and most well-known books on trading psychology. So there's really not a whole lot on like individual strategies or any of that stuff, or chart patterns, any of that crap. It's mostly just psychology. So I think that's going to do me really well. It's probably the best. It was like $50. It's probably the best $50 I'm ever going to spend in the near future. So I'm going to read that before I start trading live again. There's only like 200 pages, and there's not that many like words per page or anything crazy. So I think I'll easily be able to do that. So, anyways, let's get back to the good trade on CTXR. I can show you exactly my thought process on this whole thing. So CTXR was blowing up. I'm sure if you guys traded today, you saw it. I missed the entry at $2 because here I'm thinking, okay, at 95 would be a good spot to buy because there's a guy on the ask, and that will act as kind of support if it breaks. So we break 195. We're already at $2. The bid's already at 205, and we're at 220 now, and I'm like, oh god, I missed it. So I was clicking around. I come back like 30 seconds later, and we're at 250. So a good spot to enter, if you don't know where to enter, is at whole dollars and half dollars, because anywhere in here you're pretty much just gambling. The next best spot, if there's nothing on the daily, would be whole dollars and half dollars. So I was waiting for it to come back up towards 250 because I knew a lot of traders were thinking the same thing that missed it, especially because the volume is so low here. I'm thinking that a lot of traders missed this, don't know where to get in properly to manage their risk, so they're going to wait for the next best thing, which is 250. So in anticipation of that, I was waiting for the first signal or a couple signals before it actually happened. So I was waiting for, I guess, someone to put their foot on the gas pedal but jump in the car before it really starts going. So what I was waiting for here was, so the next biggest seller we have here is at 242, and then up towards 250. It's really only 250. So a couple things I saw. The first thing I saw was the bid instantly went up to 240. So with an entry at 242, I thought, okay, this is the perfect spot. So within, again, we'll do this real time. So I look at it, I see 250, I see 242, I'm waiting. Right here, boom, 240, I saw it, so I took the starter position of 500 shares, but then someone sold into that bid. So I was like, this isn't looking too hot, and I guess now my stop is at 220. So 20 cents of risk on half position, because I was only taking, well, actually a third of the position here. So I'm willing to risk $100 to make potentially maybe $200 or $300 and something dollars. So that's why I only took 500 shares. And then instantly I see the bid is up here at 236. So I think, okay, the plan is still working out. I just got in just a tiny bit early. So again here, it's kind of, now the bids are up at 229. There, see that big bid there that popped up at 240? That's what caused me to buy the next 1,000 shares, and I bought them up at 242 in anticipation that as it moved up towards 250, traders would be jumping in, and then I was going to sell it over 250. So it comes up to 250, like I said, and then right for the break, I sell, and I sell 1,000 of those shares that I just added at an average of around 257. So I kind of just wait around for this to happen, blah, blah, blah. It pushes a little further. I put some shares up, and I get them filled, up here towards 274. So that was really good. Now we'll watch that again full or real time so that you can kind of really see my thought process. So 240 on the bid there. I buy my first 100 shares or 500 shares, and it was a little bit early. So I'm thinking, okay, bid pops up, waiting for that 240 bid. Boom, 240 bid, 1,000 extra shares for the break at 250. Boom, took those 1,000 shares off at 259. I'm left with 500 shares just to kind of see what happens, because, I mean, this ended up going over $3, but the reason I sold the last 500 was I saw 10,000 shares for sale here at 281, and then another like 5,000 at 285. So there's a lot of overhead resistance on the level 2, so I wanted to lock up my profits. So like I said, I was risking maybe $100 if I had stopped out of those 500 shares to make around 300, knowing that I was adding those 1,000 shares. Now, I don't know how exactly that'll screw with the risk to reward and how you interpret it, but that's exactly what I was thinking. So we made it up here on the daily, pretty much all the way to the 200 moving average and this resistance right here on the daily. So I knew that it was pretty much done there. But the reason I sold out early was to lock up some profit, because you can't be up that much and not take profit. It's not a good habit to just hold on and hold and hold and hold. But also because of all of that overhead resistance on the level 2. So all of this stuff right here. So at 281, 285, 290, that's why I wanted to lock up the last of it. Maybe I should have set a stop at break even and let the last ride, or sold 200 shares and let 300 ride to break even. But, I'm getting better at this still, and that was just what was going through my head. So hopefully that was useful. Again, this is simulated trading. It's not real trading. I'll be back trading live on Monday. I thought I was ready for a little bit of a confidence booster, kind of just testing it out instead of just jumping right into live trading. So I traded this morning. Yesterday I didn't wake up until 10 o'clock. I missed the open. I just got some sleep. I've been making like really good food for myself, hence the barbecuing every day and stuff. So I'll make another video this weekend, or maybe even tomorrow if I paper trade or something. But I'm going to go over what I've changed in my strategy and just more so my goals for September. So things that I was doing wrong, like I'm gonna have set rules, like I'm only gonna take a max of 1,000 shares or something, and starter positions of 500 with a max loss of 15 cents or 20 cents or something, and just really adhere to my max loss, because I can make the money really well, as you guys know, but I also lose it very well too, and that's because of my max loss and my max drawdown. I don't really have set out, and I don't follow it. So again, hopefully that was useful. We will see you guys either tomorrow or Sunday, and then I'll be back at it every single day starting Monday. I feel so much better. Thanks for kind of bearing with the little break there. I knew I'd be back. I needed some time. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you soon.